Hello. So a while ago, I put a short out saying that people could ask questions and I would answer those questions. I haven't done that yet. I'm doing it now. One of them was from Ryan about ADHD. So I'm going to make a few videos about it because I think it might help someone. It's not just for people with ADHD because it's a big spectrum. We all have different issues. And I think with magic and the hobbies and interests we have, a lot of people have a similar thing, whether they've got ADHD or not. And Ryan said he'd like a sort of just to talk about what that means for me, and it's different for everybody. So one of the things is that I have this studio here, and I have a thing called rejection sensitive dysphoria. Most people with ADHD do, where it's sort of subconsciously it's a fear of rejection, but it manifests in less obvious ways. So perfectionism for me is that it's like if I don't do everything perfectly, if I don't do it really well, people are going to not like it, and therefore there's a kind of rejection thing bubbling under. So what happens is that I tend not to make videos because I haven't got everything set up. I'm not in the office, the lighting's not right, and I just chip away and chip away and chip away. And I've got stacks of reviews that people have kindly given me here, tricks to review, books to review, and I end up not doing it because I haven't read every page and I haven't demonstrated everything out of the book. And I haven't got my camera set up and I'm away from home. And I was speaking to Jacob from the Daily Magician just on message, and I said, look, I might do a review of Iris, which is great, but I'm away. I might just do it on my phone. I felt really bad, and he was like, "Of course, it's it's fine." And it's that mismatch. Part of it is between what you kind of know on a logical level that people will be fine with, but being such a perfectionist. And the ironic thing is, of course, that the stuff I put out isn't even close to perfect, so it's a complete waste. And I think it's different when you're doing paid material. When I'm doing most of my reviews, I want to do it well, but I have to know that there's a good phone camera on the phone. I've got a mic. Couldn't do without that, of course. That's not my good mic. And I thought I'd make this because I've been out for a walk. My hair's not done. I've got a dirty t-shirt on, and I have to get over the fact that sometimes I'm not going to have all my stuff, but I can still add value, which is everything that I do. I want it to add value. So for some of you, this isn't, but for some of you, hopefully it is. And that's part of how it manifests. And I know that a lot of you without ADHD or that are not on the autistic spectrum will still have that. There's a lot of us that have that thing of perfectionism, and sometimes it allows us to procrastinate, and we use it as an excuse. I use it as an excuse. So I'm trying to make more videos, as many as I can, obviously with the stuff, but to do reviews and do things without the stuff. And I hope that's all right. And I'd love to know what you think. Do you look at this and go, oh, that looks a bit shonky, or is it fine to do this? They can't all be like this, I know. We'll go into it more in another way, but the other main manifestation of my ADHD is that I can't get my shit together most of the time. So when I do, I hyper focus and I do a job as well as I can. And it's funny, I even worried then because I wasn't looking at the camera, I was looking here. Get over it, Steve. Rookie. But also I have so many things that I try and fit into a day. So I was meant to be making eggs, and I ended up making a tune on Logic for a new trailer I want to do for my beginners course, which I'm very happy with, by the way. Link below, probably, if I remember. I'm also relearning beatbox and my looper, which has taken a long time. I am learning this is where I have a nap because I'm not sleeping a lot at the moment. In the corner there's my bougeng, which is kind of 8-ring contact juggling thing, and my contact juggling stuff, which I try and fit in every day. I try and fit in guitar every day, learning songs and putting songs together. I try and fit in piano playing every day, learning piano, and sometimes I sit down to do 10 minutes and I do 3 hours. There's my books, which I'm picking up at the moment. I'm learning some Marlowe stuff. I try and fit in pretty much every aspect to magic into a day. I also fit in 2 hours of contact juggling in front of the telly, or 3 hours every evening. I'm not showing off. This isn't a good thing, right? This isn't helpful, believe me. And I'm creating my own product at the moment, which is coming out soon, which I'm very excited about. That's taking a load of time. Editing together footage, trying to create blogs and newsletters for people of value, which is taking me maybe 2 or 3 hours every day. I'm trying to fit in playing the Nintendo Switch, which seems a ridiculous thing. I keep promising myself I'll do it because I need to do something that isn't work-based. Even though I love my work, I want to do something that completely switches me off. I'm trying to read 2 or 3 books at the moment that are non-magic, and all of these and more. I mean, there's so much more. I just look around and there's stuff. And all of these things, when I don't do them, create a kind of guilt and a shame. And that then puts me into a loop of not wanting to do them again, because if I can't do it for 2 or 3 hours, it's all stuff that I should practice what I preach, because I say to people that sitting down for 10 minutes is fine, and not doing them all is fine. So that's a lot of it. There's too much in my head. I wake up and the first thing I think about is the excitement of doing some magic. Juggling, didn't mention the juggling. I'll try and do 2 hours juggling a day. Putting up together stuff for a gig tomorrow. I haven't done a gig in a while, so I might do a separate video on that later. And it's just chaos in my head. And I only get peace when I get into one of those things. And there's many methods for doing that I'm using. I've hacked this all my life. I can do it, but it takes a lot of effort and it's exhausting. And what's really helping at the moment is monitoring every second of my time in the day. It sounds awful, it kind of is, but I've set up the software to allow me to do that. So I can talk about that because that's really helpful, because by monitoring it, once you set it up, it makes you kind of stick to the thing, because you press start on a timer, basically editing, and it kind of, your head goes, right, I'm starting that now, rather than just sitting down and doing it and getting completely distracted by 20 other things. So I thought I'd share that. Sorry, it's not, here we go again. Sorry, I'm so sorry that it's not and I can't stop moving as well. That it's not a posh video. It's a bit grainy because the lighting's not great in here, but hopefully that's helped Ryan and anybody else, whether you got ADHD or not, that struggles with those things. You are not alone. There are ways to overcome them. There are little hacks, and just let me know in the comments if you've got any questions, if you'd like to know more about detail about those hacks, and I'll make another video for you. Oh, check out onlinemagic.co. Check out my beginners course. The link will be below. If you can gift that, and it's a good start. And there's a beginner to pro course as well, which has got from beginners but right up to my cups and balls, my professional routines. I'm trying to be shameless about promoting these things because I'm very proud of them. It's not just snake oil I'm selling yet. I think nobody would open them up and not think they're good enough. And the great thing is, if there's nothing clear in them, I can then add videos to them because I host them all. So there you go. Follow me on Instagram at Steve Faulkner. Listen to the podcast, Steve Faulkner's Magic Show. Forgot to mention all those things, didn't I? I've got to try and spend my time on. Have a great one.